Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the podcast. We're back with episode number 59, and we're going to get into it right now.
Nice intro, Sid.
Thank you. That was off the dome.
Straight
Short
off the
and
dome.
sweet.
The music is still playing. I just had that idea
Very, very fast.
as I hit the button. So, if you guys are watching, we're all mixed up again. Surprise! What? Bam, 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 bam.
B.
I was like, wait, why is he
They're in
saying
training,
that?
folks. They're in training.
Wait,
trying
I
to-
can't hear myself.
We're just... Wait.
You can't hear yourself?
I can hear you.
No.
We'll figure it out.
wait.
Oh, turn it up green.
Right when we started, okay, now I can.
Ow.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
We're still in training, folks.
We're training ourselves to make sure that if Grant ever decides to leave us, leave the podcast
yeah.
forever,
The podcast will still
then
go
it can
on.
still go on. So each of us are replaceable, and that's what we've learned
Oh my
over the
gosh.
past year. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for
Yikes.
subscribing. Thank you for watching and leaving 5-star reviews. Stop laughing to us. It's not that funny.
I just
I'm so sorry. I feel bad making those jokes.
No, it's
no,
fine.
I don't. No, I don't.
got it. It's fine.
Only the OGs will get the jokes, okay?
How would Jesus
This is
feel?
true. Jesus will probably be like,
You're right. Anyways.
Speak the
Anyways.
truth in love.
Yeah.
speaking the truth in love.
Is it love?
Yes.
It's just truth.
Maybe.
I
It's
saw
just
something
truth.
today that said you need to be, what's that word that means you have feelings for someone?
Honest.
No, not considerate. Compassionate. You should be compassionate, but you should also tell the truth. So tell the truth and
Yeah.
be honest. So
Be
there's your
blunt.
minutia minute for the day, and that's all you're getting. Never mind. I lied.
No, don't be blunt.
Anyways,
That get you in trouble.
Have you
Right?
guys cleaned that mic since I used it?
no, but I have been like smooching it. So
We all have.
How do you clean a microphone?
You know, I really don't know. I mean, the windscreens, I don't freaking know.
I mean,
Just put on a different
I
windscreen?
heard that germs die within 72 hours.
Ow, well, then we only use it once a week. All right, we're fine.
So, how much of this mic can I fit in my mouth?
Huh?
Just kidding. I'm not.
talk about that.
Let's just not say we did.
What a
So,
great.
The
anyways,
audience
yeah.
is not a fan of that one.
But anyways, okay, moving on. Grant is back from being away for a week, and he has some
Texas.
great stories from Texas.
Texas.
Was it hot?
There's a flat top griddle. No, it was not.
Oh my gosh.
It was not.
What does
I had
Texas
to.
start with?
Was it flat?
It starts with a capital T. It is flat.
Does it have to be capital?
Yes.
What is the capital of Texas?
Austin?
Oh, no.
Wait, San Antonio?
No.
Houston?
Yes.
I thought it was Dallas.
I thought
No,
it was
it's
Houston.
not Dallas. You kidding me? Dallas is not worthy
Houston.
of anything.
I don't know.
They got the Cowboys for crying out loud.
What were you
Oh
gonna say?
yeah.
I
It's
like-
Houston, right?
Texas headquarters in Dallas.
Houston.
What is the capital? Austin, Texas.
It
It
is
is Austin.
He
Austin?
was right.
What?
Would you look at that, folks?
Oh my gosh! Don't yell,
I think
please.
it's actually
Yeah,
the Alamo.
Sorry.
Never forget.
Where even is Austin? Were you close, Austin?
No,
No.
Austin is like southwest.
So it's like closer to the border state, like closer to California-ish side.
I think Austin's
It's
like
like pretty
southwest or is it
south
what?
central.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like Dallas, Waco, Austin, San Antonio, kind of all like in a little diagonal line.
And then Houston's like
Houston
southeast
is
on the Gulf.
east of it.
Sea level, actually.
That's
Houston
crazy.
is sea level.
Gulf of
Interesting.
America.
Yeah.
Why does football have Dallas and Houston, but they don't have Austin? Like you would think they would at least have the capital and not like any of the other ones.
I mean, think of like
Pennsylvania doesn't have
has
Harrisburg.
Pittsburgh and Philly.
right, but Harrisburg isn't that big
I don't
compared
Maybe
to
Austin
Philly
isn't
and
that big.
Pittsburgh.
Then Austin's probably isn't as big as Dallas and Houston.
Maybe not.
But everything's bigger in Texas.
Population of
Yeah.
Austin is 979,000.
That's it.
And
Okay.
then population of what? Houston? Is that what you want?
Houston
Sure.
or Dallas. I know a lot of like people live in Dallas.
Oh, population of Houston, 2.3 million.
Oh, so yeah,
Wow.
Austin is
Twice.
definitely not as big.
More than twice as big.
That's crazy.
Population of Dallas,
Yeah.
1.3 million.
Okay.
So
Wow, Houston's bigger than Dallas.
yeah, that's weird. You would think that the capital would be the biggest city.
Yeah, I guess people just don't want to.
Well, it also is not the case in PA.
Is that the?
Yeah.
Is there in any state where that is the case? I'm like looking at a map now. I
That's 50 states to look at there, Sid. I don't know.
I'm looking. I'm just kind of scanning. I don't really know.
Honolulu.
Scan.
Scanning.
I like having a laptop during the podcast. What?
Makes you look professional.
Yeah. Are there any
Right?
state capital?
She's tuned in. She didn't see that.
Grant, what did you do in Texas?
Yeah. How was Texas?
Oh, it was great. I was down there for work, training. So, yeah. It was to get certified in our biggest panel that we have at the company, the 4100 ES fire alarm. Anyways,
ANC.
yeah. It was great. My instructor was great. Trying to think what order do I want to talk about. Obviously, the first thing I did as an out-of-stater, northeastern, mid-Atlantic resident visiting Texas for the very first time, I went to Whataburger for the very first time.
Oh.
Is that how you say it?
Whataburger?
What a
So
burger.
it's like water.
No, what?
What a burger.
It's Whataburger.
The way you say it sounds like a little bit like water. So I was
You
just
got that
asking.
country
Did they have-
twang to
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that the place that
Whataburger.
has the honey butter chicken biscuits? Or is that a different place?
I have no idea. I just
The
got
what?
a burger.
Never mind. Maybe that's
Probably not. He would probably know if it did,
True.
if he went there. Okay.
Yeah. So I
Sorry.
got Whataburger right away. Had that at like 8:30 at night because
Decent.
by the time I got my rental and everything, went to the hotel. Boston. I mean, absolute Boston complimentary breakfast. I mean,
And usually Grant doesn't like hotel compliment.
yeah, well, that's because it's freaking Quality Inn Suites or Hampton Inn or Motel 8.
Sorry, we don't have millions of dollars.
I'm just saying.
Like the
okay.
company.
Like
Stay at nice hotels.
general,
What kind of hotel was it?
it was an Embassy Suites and Inn by
Very-
NBC.
Embassy
Oh,
by
I was like, embassy. That's not what I heard too.
by Hilton. Hilton Hotels owns it.
Oh,
It's like
Hiltons are nice.
that's like Hilton's higher end, I think. So, I mean, yeah. Would I really stay there normally? Probably not. But
yeah.
you know, best. That was one of the best complimentary breakfasts ever. The omelets, on point. Even the French toast. I got that one morning. That was pretty good.
So basically, everything that Grant did in Texas is like food related for the most part.
No,
Most.
I bought a bowl.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Most.
Bought a bowl.
No.
he
That's
did
why he
not.
took that carry-on
Yeah.
that luggage down with him.
It was a premium, so he put it in a suitcase.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't for the golf clubs. It was for the bowl that he
He
bought.
Well,
took it
he
as a
didn't end up
carry-on.
bringing his golf clubs, and then when he came home, he said he didn't even golf, so
Didn't
things
even golf.
happen.
he was too country, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Not country club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. So Monday,
You don't
we-
have to say your hour by hour. Just
I'm just gonna kind of.
Okay.
But Monday for lunch
I
because
woke
like
up and then
I
Sorry.
woke up, I got dressed, then I went down and ate breakfast, and then I was on my phone for a little bit, and then I got to
my-
class.
okay.
No.
Okay.
Anyway,
this is the part where I stop listening to the
2
podcast.
oh wait, come back. So Monday, we didn't know like if the company was gonna like have lunch for us, like catered or whatever. Well, come to find out,
Someone's at the front door. Sorry.
wow.
the instructor goes, "All right, lunch is on your own." It's like at lunchtime, so I panicked. You know what I did for lunch? Chick-fil-A.
Dude.
Of all
Yeah,
the
I was
places.
like, of all places,
one in
Chick-fil-A.
Texas.
I panicked. I mean, it was literally lunch. It was lunchtime. He's like, "All right, guys, it's 11:30. You have an hour for lunch. It's on your own." I'm like, "Huh? What?
Dang. So they didn't tell you any of that at a time?
No, we knew nothing." So then I panicked. I'm like, "Crap, what do I go to?" And I was like, "I don't want Whataburger
Well, a
back
lot
to
of
back."
guys, like, even if you would have known that ahead of time,
I would have probably scouted out
You
more.
would have planned something, but like, no one's going to pack their own food.
Oh no.
If
well,
you meant by
no.
that. Yeah.
But it's just a matter of like
Planning it
what
out.
Is the
is
company going to
around.
provide? Yeah, like so then I found something quick that I was familiar with. I was like, all right, Chick-fil-A. And honestly, I don't know. I don't know what the heck was up with that one. The chicken tasted a little different than back here. And I was kind of like, huh. I don't
Them
know.
Southern chickens. What are you gonna do about it?
It was not in a good way. No, it was like, I was like, kind of like, But anyways, What did I do for supper Monday night? I don't even remember. Oh, I went down to the Stockyards, had barbecue at a place, Fort Worth Stockyards. Walked around a little bit. It was dark when I got down there, so I didn't really get to explore much. Let's see. Tuesday, went out with my Sunday school teacher, Darrell, because he was actually down there at the same time I was.
I heard about that. That's cool.
Different companies, but we ended up being down there at the same time, so he took me out for Tex-Mex.
And the same like city and same like
Small town,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
literally.
And so he took me to this place called Chewy's. It's like a chain down there for Tex-Mex. It was good. So it was good food. Wasn't spicy. I didn't die. So, and then
White.
let's see. Wednesday.
Landis is one word all podcasts.
Yeah, it's gonna be-
Just an insult.
It's gonna be something racist or whatever.
He's just gonna chug his Coke.
So then Wednesday, I got done with class and I beat feet for Waxahachie, Texas, which is about an hour. Well,
Is that how you say it?
yeah, Waxahachie,
Waxahachie.
which is like 40 minutes south of Dallas with no traffic. Rush hour, an hour. Oh yeah, let me tell you, city traffic. Oh my gosh, freaking hate it.
How did you get around?
I had a rental car.
Oh,
Yeah,
decent.
yeah.
I was thinking you were just like walking or taking the bus. I'm thinking of like when we
Uber.
go to Passion and you
Yeah.
just like walk everywhere after you get off the plane.
Nope.
Dang,
I was able to get a rental car.
that's nice.
Yeah. So went down to a Men's Alliance tribe down there. They were meeting on a Wednesday night.
That's nice.
So it's kind of like how it is in Shippensburg, where they have Keel tribe on Saturdays, but then Keel got so big that then they started a second one during the week so other guys could attend. And so that's what kind of this one is. And so I had my like Century Tribe Men's Alliance shirt, so I just like rolled up at 6:30 on the dot. I'm like, I'm gonna be freaking late. They just started the workout, so I just like jump in and like nobody really said anything to me because the workout started, but they weren't like, hey, you're new or whatever. Because I had a Men's Alliance shirt, they were kind of like, oh, like.
They're always supposed to be here. or
Maybe
something.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're-
on Saturday or something.
Yeah, they were like, have we just never seen this guy before? Like, what the heck? And then like the tribe leader even showed up later because he's a police officer in Dallas. So like he showed up like halfway through the workout because of traffic,
Dang.
and he was right next to me, and he was kind of like, have I seen this guy before? Have I just not seen him? And so then like we did introductions. I said where I was from. And they were all like pumped. They were like, that's freaking awesome. You came down here on a work trip. You still came. I was like, I mean, yeah, I was just gonna sit in my hotel room and do nothing. So I mean, what else am I gonna do? So then
That's
they
pretty cool.
they took us. They took me out for dinner then. So that was fun. Unfortunately, it was Buffalo Wild Wings because we stood around the fire and talked for an hour after Tribe was done.
Yeah.
So it was 8:30, and then everything was closing at 9. I'm like,
Oh.
what? Everything's closing at 9.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
strange.
especially in a city.
Yeah.
We weren't in a city. You could call it a
Oh,
suburb, but
I guess
still.
you were in
I mean, like I could see.
Waxahachie.
Yeah,
Is that how you say it?
Waxahachie.
Yeah, Waxahachie.
But I think I'm saying it right.
It sounds like Chattahoochee.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like the same thing.
Yeah, Waxahachie. Yeah.
It just ends with a chi.
Uchi. Yeah, it sounds yeah. Anything that ends with Uchi.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways,
Um,
where's Chattahoochee at?
Georgia?
down yonder.
Yeah, Tennessee, Georgia,
Sorry.
Chattahoochee River. Anyways,
I had to.
so we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and Tack, he was asking me, just trying to find out more about me. So he goes, so do you have your coin? I was like, right on the table. And he didn't have his, so he had to do burpees.
Dang.
He probably just wanted to make you feel better. So
No, I mean, he just genuinely
just
didn't
did
know. I mean, I'm a guy from Pennsylvania he's never met before, and
Yeah.
I'm in Men's Line. So it's like, how do
So
you
he
know?
was
How do you
gonna
know if
play-
I have my coin?
he
You
was
really
playing
don't.
a dirty trick.
I mean, he's
Well,
both.
I mean, he's a police officer, so I guess he's used to asking people if they have stuff.
He's not playing a dirty trick. He's just trying to find out if I'm coined or not. Like he was probably gonna. If I was coined, he asked then if I was a patch member. And I was like, no, I'm not.
Oh,
But he's just asking, like,
Okay.
what level of membership do you have?
So he wasn't trying to pull a fast one. He was just like asking, and then you were like, I gotcha. Like,
Yeah.
technically that counts.
Yeah,
So
it
do
did
your burpees.
because then as I pulled it out, his face kind of went. Because then he's like, mine's in my police vest.
Oh, man.
And then after he did the burpees, for some reason, people in Buffalo Wild Wings started clapping.
Texas just loves that kind of stuff.
I guess
Yeah.
they're like, yeah. But
Up here, they're kind of sick and tired of you Men's Alliance guys
Yeah.
doing purpose everywhere.
Probably.
see, I didn't get back to the hotel at like 11 o'clock that night. And then Thursday, the after class, we actually finished early. We got through the class in 4 days because the group was so good. Like we were so smart. So
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's right.
that's what he said. No one was dumb. Everyone got it.
Sorry, I was going to make a bad joke.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So the teacher early in the week, he said, all right, what night do you guys want to go out and get barbecue? He's like, there's a really good spot. It's local. It's only like 5 restaurants. It's not like a huge chain. And so we picked Thursday night. Let me tell you, I'm sorry, Pennsylvania. I mean, Redemption Barbecue in Shippensburg, yeah, you're good barbecue, but nothing's going to beat Texas barbecue. I'm sorry.
Is that how they talk?
I don't
they
know.
have
Maybe,
accents?
maybe
Probably
some of
not
them.
how they talk.
No.
They don't have accents down there?
I didn't hear the accents down there, honestly. Now, if I would probably gone out to West Texas, like where my instructor lives, probably would have heard him out there because that's where all the ranchers and the $1 million people are, as in the ranchers.
The ranchers and the ranchers.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So, but the barbecue, oh my gosh. They used mesquite wood to smoke it. And it was like, I mean, like you like walked up and it was just like all the meats were right there. And it's like, all right, how many ribs do you want? Like you get ribs by the pound or just like by how many ribs. You get 16-ounce ribeye. Trying to think what else. And then like the chicken and all that stuff. Then you could get your baked potato, corn on the cob. And you go inside, you have all your coleslaw and all that extra stuff. Apple cobbler they had. Oh my gosh. I told Vanessa she needs to make it for me.
No, because then
Yeah.
I won't add up to Texas.
No, you add up pretty good.
Apparently.
No, you do.
No, ain't that.
Okay.
You're my
Listen,
wife. Everything you
it's-
make is amazing.
It's Baked Goods Pod now, so you can make it
Yeah.
for next week's episode. Because then
Yeah. And then Friday, I went down to the stockyards again since I had time. And I bought Vanessa some clothes. Or not clothes.
One
I bought her a
clothing.
sweatshirt.
bought her a cloth.
Yeah, a cloth.
Cloth.
Yeah. I got her some coasters and a keychain thing.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
No.
That was made out of
Cowhide.
cowhide.
Nice.
And then I got this hat.
Zoom in.
King Ranch.
Very nice.
I found out King Ranch is not just like, you know, a line of Ford trucks. It's actually like clothing and all that stuff. Never knew that.
It's an actual ranch.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Do your
that-
research,
that-
Grant.
No, that's where the King Ranch
originated from.
originated. Really, really rich rancher.
Yeah.
Called the King Ranch. Well,
Okay.
his last name was King.
I bet he was like a king or something.
Oh, his last name was King, but it says Kingsville. So does he live in? Did he make the?
Maybe that's where the
Ville?
ranch
It's probably
is.
his family probably settled or something.
Yeah.
I think. Let me do my research.
Yeah.
So, and then like I saw some cool history. Like they do a cattle drive every day from 11:30 or at 11:30, and then at 4, just to kind of show the folks, hey, this is what they did back in the day. So I mean that was cool. I wasn't the big tourist seat. I was like, oh my gosh, look, here comes some cattle moving down.
Well, you know what cows look like.
Yeah, I mean they were Longhorn cattle, but I mean it was kind
Still,
of like
they
it's still a
have-
cattle drive. Yeah.
They have them around here.
The King Ranch, founded by Richard King in 1853, is a massive cattle ranch in South Texas spanning over 825,000 acres.
How big is the 4.6s?
Wait, you said 85,000 acres?
No, 825,000.
800.
Is that right?
825,000.
Yeah. So how big is 4.6s? Because this will lead into my next story from Texas.
Where's 4.6s at?
Texas.
Oh. Are they
Yep.
at different parts of Texas?
266,000.
Holy
acres.
crap! That puts that to shame.
Yeah.
Holy moly. That's insane. Anyways, what does that have to do with your next story?
So my teacher, he lives
Oh,
west of Fort Worth. So it's like, if you're looking at it on a map, it's like Dallas, Fort Worth, and then his town. So he's west even more. Okay. And he shows us this picture of a golf cart, and it said Yellowstone Dutton Ranch, and we're kind of like, oh. Well, I was the one like I think most intrigued, but he was like, yeah, I was at a cutting horse competition, and Taylor Sheridan was there too.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
That's the director for
He's
Yellowstone.
the-
He's the guy
isn't
that
he
made
the maker?
He's the
he made
creator, director.
yeah.
Yellowstone
19
1886, 1923. I think they're making another one or something.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
He also is
He's-
part owner of the
Huh?
4.6s Ranch.
He bought it.
They're just like
He's full owner
branches
now?
off
I
of
think he bought
Yellowstone.
it. Yeah.
That's what those movies are.
Gotcha.
It's just like
TV shows.
It's just like before Yellowstone. Like
Yeah.
how they
I've
got to
never
be.
seen any of those.
Very.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
very.
It's a good show, but it's very graphic and
Yeah.
very,
It's very graphic
vulgar.
and a lot of language and yeah.
Like I've heard of
Mature
Yellowstone, but I don't know
audience.
the other.
It's
yeah,
good.
mature audiences.
It's good. It's just I wouldn't watch it again.
After like the first like 1 or 2 seasons is really good, but then afterwards it just
Yeah, but they're also the most like you need to be an adult.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Gotcha.
1883.
Landon watched it when he
1883
was like what, 16.
good. Yeah.
That's not an adult.
Yeah, and
I think I watched
Anyways.
Transformers when I was like 6.
Yeah, you did.
It was PG-13.
Yeah. And we were like, Mom, Landon's watching PG-13. She's like, okay, so we're like,
Design.
what the heck?
it's Landon.
Sess hid
Ma.
Hacksaw Ridge from me, so I,
I did
couldn't
hide
watch it.
Hacksaw Ridge because
Good for her.
yeah.
I was
never
like,
started that.
it was like last year.
No, it was not. I wasn't even living with you last year. It was
Must've been that
probably
long.
when you were like 14. Anyways.
Whatever.
And then also he said that Taylor Sheridan also owns another ranch in Texas. Like it's smaller than 4 Sixes, and he said he lives, I think, like 20 minutes to a half hour from that ranch. So
Let me just say, people who are millionaires, they don't deserve to be millionaires, but like they like earn what they get. I feel like because like he literally has a ranch, and then he literally directed this whole movie, like this whole show. Like, how can you just be that creative and that smart?
They definitely don't deserve that.
and see the thing.
I mean, some people probably do. Some people
No,
don't
yeah.
because what they like make is like really, really bad. But like his is a ranch in a movie. Okay, whatever. But like he definitely deserves that because usually you can be just like a rancher and just know farm stuff.
Sure.
No, this guy knows movie stuff too.
Yeah.
Not movie, but like
People,
TV show
people
stuff.
who like have multiple skills, like big skills like that, like
yeah,
they
You
are
can
who
make
need
it
to learn
big.
from. Yeah. So you got to look up to.
so there was
gonna be
there
mean.
is a scene.
I wouldn't
in-
say I look up to him.
But it's like you model after.
It's just like,
they obviously are doing something right. So like
or they just pay a lot of people a lot of money to do it for them.
fair, but I'm thinking
That's how you
like
make. That's how you
businessmen.
go
That's
places. in
Landon's
life.
There's
motto.
That's
ways
my
to
life.
climb the ladder. Some of them are not
Yes.
right. Some of them are.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So there's
That's
a scene.
crazy.
There's a scene in Yellowstone the teacher also said about, which I remember this. You probably remember it. It's a scene where it's going to be a spoiler, so sorry about it.
Spoiler alert.
Jimmy
fine.
is going down to the 4 Sixes. Remember when he leaves the
Yeah.
Yellowstone Ranch? He's moving down there, and Taylor is driving down in the
Isn't
pickup.
Taylor in the movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in the show. He
Yeah.
started
It's a
coming into the
TV
show.
show.
Yeah, not a movie.
Sorry.
But you remember they're driving down to Texas,
Yes.
and they're in the truck. They have the trailer with the horses in the back and everything.
Yeah.
And Jimmy says, I think Taylor was.
Me.
Sorry.
I forget what his character name is, but I'm just going to refer to him as Taylor Sheridan. Anyways, it's not important.
I
It's not important.
forget.
And do you remember Jimmy's? I think Taylor was on the phone, and
Probably.
Jimmy says to him, "Hey, do you want me to drive or can I drive?" And Taylor looks at him and says, "Jimmy, this is a $400,000 truck with a like $300,000 trailer with $1 million horses in the back." My teacher's like, "That's West Texas." He's like, "You will walk around millionaires and you wouldn't even know it because they're in
Yeah.
shirts, cowboy hats, and a dirty Dodge Dually, and you would not know it, but they're millionaires."
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was kind of
That's crazy.
like seeing it on a TV show, but then hearing my teacher and be like, "Yeah, no, this is West Texas.
I don't
Like
think I
you
could
are
live there.
around it."
West Texas win.
I was just
Yeah,
gonna
West
say.
Texas wins.
That's what I
That's a
think
good
of.
song.
Yeah. Shout out Need to Breathe.
Yeah. Hope you're listening.
Yeah, you guys, whenever you tune in, yeah, whatever.
Like his
No big
town,
deal.
his town was small. Like he said they only own one traffic light. Like the town, there's
Wow.
like a couple traffic lights. Their courthouse is like
That's
right in
gonna
the center
bug
of
me.
town. It's like a roundabout. The courthouse is right in the center. And yeah, he said the town owns one red light. The state owns the rest, but they only own one.
I
Yep.
don't think I
That's
knew
weird.
there were different town or state red lights. I just thought they were all red lights,
Yeah.
and I
But-
didn't really
I
talk.
think I thought about who owned them.
The green is King's Ranch. King Ranch.
And what's 9? Oh, you don't know. But one oh wait, you're
9.
saying all the green?
All the green in that picture was King's
His name
Ranch.
was
Oh, wow.
Travis.
Travis.
Travis. Okay.
The 9 is the Kennedy Ranch.
Oh, okay.
And that's 235,000 acres.
Dang.
And that swallows it.
Jeez, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow. I just looked Taylor Sheridan up, and all like the movies that he like had a
Oh yeah, he just
producer,
came out with
director, or a screenwriter
Yeah.
is a whole bunch. Like how?
Start making movies, sis.
He's definitely a billionaire.
I'm not sure about.
so yeah, that was my Texas trip. I had Whataburger again before I came back.
Nice.
I
So-
told him to bring me back a milkshake. Do you think he did?
On a plane?
I don't know.
What
Let
a
me ask you,
jerk.
folks.
How dare you?
Yeah, let me just bring it on a plane and hopefully it doesn't melt. Oh,
Should
The
have
audacity.
bought a cooler and put it in there.
I forgot about this. Like, talk about small town, small world. We're flying back. I'm flying back from Dallas to Atlanta. Okay. And I'm sitting next to this guy, and he started talking to me, so we started talking a little bit. And I said, "Where are you guys flying to?" He's like, "We're flying back to Richmond." I was like, "Oh, is that where you're from?" He's like, "Yeah, close to it." And he goes, "Where do you live?" I said, "South Central PA." And I was about ready to tell him, like 45 minutes out there. He goes, "Waynesboro?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Say what? What?" Yeah. I was like, I'm 20 minutes from there. I
That's
told him
crazy.
exactly where. Then he's like, "Oh yeah, I know where you're at." And I'm like, "Dude, what?"
That's
He has a
crazy.
stepdaughter that lives here in the area.
No way. I
Yeah.
wonder if she lives over here, right
She
here.
lives in the
Right?
neighborhood.
Divorcee
I'll tell you
lane.
the name after.
They call this Divorcee Drive.
I don't know.
Awkward.
But yeah.
Never mind. Sorry.
Poor she.
Sydney has a pass. Let me tell you what.
Listen,
Is there anything you need to tell us about?
the only thing that scares the neighbors is that there's 2 young girls living here with a dog, and so I'm just glad that Rasheed comes around sometimes because it makes it look like
Secret
it's
lover.
not just 2 girls living together. So,
But yeah,
Anyways.
his name was Brian. But yeah, he said that they'll when they come up to visit his stepdaughter, they actually go to the Otterbein Church.
oh wow, I found that the other day. I had to go driving somewhere. I don't really get through Waynesboro often, but I got on a back road. I was like, oh, that's where Otterbein is. I didn't realize it was like, I don't know. It was kind of like in town, but it also looks like a warehouse.
It's out of, it's like on like
It's like
depending
out of
how you're
town,
coming,
but-
it's either on your way out of town or you're coming into town. It's the first thing you see,
Right.
or the last thing. Yeah.
Right. But it's like kind of like a city block. Like, it's like
Yeah.
it's not like, yeah. Anyways, crazy. Wow, that's crazy. Small town.
And I was like, Grant, you don't really usually talk to people on the plane. So I was like really like surprised that he talked to somebody on the plane, and turns out you knew him.
Well, I can't remember.
Well,
if,
you
like,
didn't know him,
I
but
can't remember if I said something to him first or if he said something to me.
like small talk.
Yeah, just like some small talk, and it just went from there.
My favorite flight was Hawaii.
That was my worst
We got-
flight.
I love flying. So it was like a 9-hour flight.
It was overnight. They gave us supper.
Yeah.
It was a long
But,
time.
So
They gave us supper and like 2 or 3 snacks breaks.
Dang.
complimentary.
Anyways,
But
keep going.
what was I saying?
Flying. You love flying.
That's all I
yeah.
care about.
Hawaii.
Yeah, and we got separated for some reason. Like there was one
Yeah.
ticket that
The plane split.
no, there's one. Yeah. Wow. No, there was one ticket that wasn't with everybody else because like
Okay.
everyone in our family sat together, and there's one that wasn't. So I got stuck with that one because everyone
I
else in
thought
my
Dad
family.
did.
No, I did. Because everyone else in our family is antisocial. So I was like, sure, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
And-
we'll send the brown kid
Yeah,
off.
just he's not a part of the family.
You're the
He
least
can
like
keep up
us.
his own. The
But,
rest of us can't.
But
Just
I
kidding.
started talking to the one guy sitting beside me, and then there's a girl sitting beside him, and we all just started talking, and they were like mid-20s or so,
Nice.
and he was like, "Yeah, my sister's a flight attendant on this plane." That's how he got on. He goes,
Oh,
she
no
just
way.
asked if I wanted to go. He said, "Yeah, I'll go to Hawaii," and
What?
she
That's allowed.
brought her out. She came around and was like giving him like free snacks. He goes, "You want these M&Ms?" I was like, "Sure." She brought him back this whole box of stuff,
Oh my gosh.
and he goes, "I don't want any of this. You want it?" I was like, "Yeah, heck yeah." I got like chips and like
He probably thought
sodas
you were
and all
an
this stuff.
orphan running away
Yeah,
from home or
probably.
something.
Nah, we were just talking, and he was like, "My sister's giving me all this stuff." He goes, "I don't really like half the stuff."
Did he give any to the girl
Dang.
beside
Yeah,
you?
we split
Oh,
it. We all
okay.
split it up and stuff like that. So we were all just living life.
I don't think I
Man, that
knew
is
that.
funny.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
You probably didn't tell the rest of us because we would have been jealous.
Yeah, because like all that stuff's like you got to pay like $20 for a bag of chips or whatever.
Yeah.
Dang.
So, but yeah, that was fun.
Wow. Love that.
No, I hated that flight because this dinner was awful.
What'd you get?
It was like gross looking rice things, and they tasted like paper.
I got chicken.
I didn't get chicken. Got freaking rice.
Yeah, Landon probably got all the good food because he was up there with that guy.
Landon was actually in
Dang.
first class.
Yeah,
I
first
was.
class.
And then the dessert was like it was like chocolate, but it tasted like chocolate paper again.
I don't know what you
Chocolate
ate
paper.
because there was like two meals.
I
You
could
could-
not eat
you
it
could
because I was
either
like, this
get,
is so
like-
disgusting.
I think it was like either chicken or fish.
Maybe I
as
did
the
get the
meal.
chicken and rice,
Yeah.
and I ate the chicken, but I could not eat the rice. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever I liked, or I mean, for airplane food, is it good?
I was gonna say
No, it was
It was.
awful.
I didn't think it was that bad. But
I think I literally have a picture. I just saw it on my Snapchat memories, and I was like,
I was.
That's how I remember
That's
it was
crazy.
rice.
It was 3 years ago. That's what I.
that was in 2022.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was trying to look through pictures to find something that happened like right after graduation, and I was like scrolling through 2023, and I'm like, when is this? And then
Yeah.
I realized that was like a whole year after.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's
how much time has
insane.
flown?
I know.
So much time has gone by.
Literally. Because then I keep looking back on pictures, and it's like, oh, this was 6 years ago. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
I know.
Oh my gosh,
You look like
no.
Ani.
What?
I do look like Oni there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because that was 3 years ago. I don't look like that anymore.
No, neither of us look like we did 3 years ago.
I-
Unfortunately. No, you don't.
I was,
You look browner.
I can put in a picture of what Lana looked 3 years ago.
Insert picture.
I have a picture of just.
No,
me
this will be
carrying a
fine
pizza.
because I didn't keep track of time from the start. Oh,
Wait, I'll
brother.
start waving my hands so you
Yeah.
can look on the right here, right here.
And
You
you
just scrub through until you see
your
me.
hands were a little delay, and that was funny. Looking at the screen.
Oh, also really quick, not to go back to Texas,
No,
but I
you're
also
fine.
forgot.
Yeah.
I went to Billy Bob's for
Back
lunch
to
on
Texas.
Friday.
This is not a word.
that?
All my exes live in Texas. Did you see any of your exes?
Did you see?
No.
Did you see George Strait?
No, I didn't.
I have one.
But I went to Billy Bob's in Texas. It's the world's largest honky tonk, I think.
Honky tonk.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Honky-tonk,
Oh,
badonky-donk.
I took a couple
honky-tonk
videos.
Bar.
So I'm going to insert the videos in right here. Okay. Because let me tell you,
Whole 30
that place
bottle.
is freaking massive, like ginormous. Huge honky
Everything's
tonks.
big in Texas.
Yeah, no, that's true. And actually, March 15th, that Saturday, Mark Chestnut played there. And then they had like this guitar wall. Oh my gosh. You kidding me? Rishi? She doesn't know who Mark Chestnut is.
Oh, red flag.
And anyways, I'm going
Have you
to
guys
Out
not
of
met
here.
me? I'm not even offended. You guys know me.
I'm going to insert
know
another
who I
video
am.
right here. In video right here. Okay, right here. They had a couple guitar walls in this private room for like private events.
Uh-huh.
And I'm looking at it, and it has like guitars from some of the people that have played there. Okay.
Oh wow.
The little facts were freaking nuts. So like, Merle Haggard played there
that?
once.
Girl.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Rashi fell off his seat. He's leaving.
leaving.
And now we have no audience members.
You're joking,
I
right?
am joking. Yes.
What's one of his songs?
I don't know. But I know at least heard it.
At least you've heard of him. That's all right.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
That's all right. I'll give
You
her
guys
that.
know me. You should know this by now.
But that's just sad.
Okay.
You know, but I'm not. I was not raised the same way you guys were.
No,
Unfortunately.
she was not.
Anyways,
Next.
so
Grant still 20 hours later is still
Because
talking about
I'm
Texas.
trying to finish the story.
I'm gonna
So
have to
it would
call
have like a
Rishi.
little snippet, like little history of like, when they started playing at Billy Bob's, da 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 da. So it said Merle Haggard, he showed up to play one night. Guess who his opener was?
Zach Top.
Reba McEntire.
Sorry.
Can I quit?
What? She that one with the long, like curly hair. She sings "I Feel Like a Woman." Is that the?
Now she's just joking.
No, I'm just messing.
Yeah,
No,
she's just joking.
She sings,
I don't think she is.
No, I
No,
am kidding.
Sydney watches Reba.
I watch Reba.
Yeah.
What's one of her songs?
wait, but
I'm a
Merle
survivor.
is Merle older
Yeah.
than Reba?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's probably why.
No, but it's just like crazy to think that like there is
Reba
a
once
point
opened
in
for
time
somebody.
that Reba McEntire opened for Merle Haggard for
Oh, she's
That's like
talking about
that is
Fancy,
a legendary
too.
lineup, though.
yeah,
That'd be
like
awesome.
like
She
today now
sings
you're like
that
holy
other
crap, but like
song.
back then you were like who's Reba McEntire?
I only know 2.
But just to think that that actually happened, that was like nuts.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Not what it is today.
no, but yeah. So that's all I got from Texas. So now,
That's a good caveat, though.
yeah, now it's back here to PA where it's not as warm.
No,
Yeah,
a caveat
literally
into the next thing.
the
we're talking
next
about.
day, Grant woke up when he got home from Texas. It was probably like 40 degrees, but it felt really nice outside.
didn't.
And Grant was like,
The breeze was
"I'm
moving."
freezing. I was like, Grant, this feels glorious.
You guys really are becoming one, aren't you?
no,
Marriage has made you
literally,
into the same
no.
person.
I thought it was very, very, very nice outside
It's freezing.
compared to like
I'm
20
cold.
degrees that we had the previous week.
Having her cold seizures.
I do have cold seizures.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It is a real thing, and I hope my kid has them as well.
Why?
That's a curse.
Not seizures, but like cold.
I hope my child has
Thoughts.
seizures. Write that down.
No.
You got that?
No. Cold things like me.
Why?
I will bully your kids.
So
I like
that
my
we
house
can prove
cold.
Grant wrong.
Just me and my kid against my husband.
Yes.
You sound like every divorced parent.
Well, this
Okay.
is divorce lane, so.
Yeah, this is divorcee lane.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Anyways,
So what's next?
so I sent Grant
Yeah.
a song today. It's a pretty good song.
You sang Grant a song.
I sent it to him.
Ain't that
Okay.
nice?
And I
Okay.
asked him if he
Has
had
Rashid
heard.
has Rashid heard the song?
Yes, I sent him the song. I sent
Okay,
him 2
I'm
songs,
gonna talk to Rashid. Sorry, folks, you're not gonna hear him.
He doesn't have
But
a
he's
microphone.
he's just gonna give me head nods. Okay, you know the song Heartland, right? By George Strait. Heartland by George Strait. Okay. Did you think that basically Alex Key basically kind of copied that progression wise and rhythm wise? Because when I listened to it today, I was like, this is Heartland. Okay, you'd have to listen to Heartland and then listen to the song again
I've never
if you'd have
heard
it fresh in your head. Oh, it was
He
the
I sent him a few. The Alive and Well.
Alive and Well.
He spoke.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Look through the messages.
Get
I
this
did.
man a microphone.
You wouldn't know Heartland, Sydney. So I'm not even gonna ask
No,
you that
I wouldn't.
question.
So why would you even
I don't
ask
even
me
Yeah,
that?
that's
I've
why I
heard
wasn't gonna ask
Heartland.
you, huh?
You have
know if
heard of
I've
it.
What?
You
This
just,
one.
You've never heard of Heartland by George Strait?
he has heard
Don't
of it.
play
He
it.
just
We're gonna
hasn't-
get copyright.
I did send it. I know I was right. Thank you for telling me I was right.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything?
I'm sorry, Richie.
So you're just mad that he copied it and it's good?
No, I'm not mad that he copied it. It's just when I listened to it, I was like, oh,
That's what it
dang,
sounded
I'm
like.
getting Heartland vibes. Okay. Because, like, the fiddle was going and everything. And then I'm like, here. I was like, I've heard these progressions before. It sounds very similar. No, Alex Key's good.
He's really good.
I've never heard of him.
I found him on an Instagram reel and I liked his one song that came up. So then I just followed him and he doesn't
What's
have much
his
stuff
song?
out.
What's his like most famous song?
He doesn't really have many. Let me just go on Spotify in here. He doesn't have many that are like hits.
Well, I mean, you
you
can't
have to
really
like know
play
him
it.
to know.
I will say, the only thing I will say is,
He does not sound like country. Like Alex Key doesn't sound country the name.
his voice is definitely a different. I mean,
It's like deeper.
yeah,
than
it's
you'd
deeper.
expect.
Yeah.
Alex Key.
I still think
This is a good song. This is a good song.
Don't know. He has longer hair. He looks like a young Blake Shelton.
These are the ones that I like.
Zach Top is better though. Not by much. It's honestly to me the sounding of their voices,
They-
like how
Wow, then I'm
how
surprised.
Alex sounds.
I'm surprised you
compared
haven't
to
played it
Zach's
in the
voice.
car then, Grant.
Alex Keys sounds more like older country, and Zach Top sounds more like the '90s
Yeah,
country.
And I love
So
love
if
the absolute
that's
'90s
what
country.
you like, then that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if I'm
Alex
gonna like
Key
Alex.
is
He
super
sounds
super
like
old
someone.
though.
You will
He
like
sounds
him.
like someone. Alex Key.
Alex
Keith.
Key or Keys?
Keith.
I forget
I
now.
don't know.
Alex
Key.
Key.
It's just Key. Yeah.
He,
K-Y-E.
I guess he does kind of sound like George
His
Strait.
song "Outdated."
I didn't say he
is
sounds like it, but he just
another
made it
really
sound
good
the
like
song
one I like.
like with the chords and the music and everything. That's what sounds like it.
There's another song. We were going to church and we were listening to this one song, and Grant
Oh
thought
yeah,
it was the same like
which it was.
riff as another song.
Wow, you said riff.
Yeah, because that's what you said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you
just-
say it all the time.
Yeah,
sorry.
it's the only reason I know what it is.
Yeah, it
What
was.
song was that? It was by Jeremy Camp.
Yeah, it was by Jeremy Camp. It was the live version because you played the studio version and it didn't have the same ending.
Yeah, it was
So,
like the last. I'll find
I
it.
still believe.
I forget what it was, but then their ending on the live version of that song, they basically copied a Bulls on Parade opening riff, and I was like, I've heard this before. And Vanessa was like, "What song?" And I said the song. She plays it, and she's like, and then she played the other song again. She's like, "Ah, yeah."
Yeah, it
She's
was
like, "How did you
literally-
know that?" And I'm like, "I just know."
It was the exact same riff, but it was like a different
Tuning.
key or
Notes,
tuning.
key, yeah.
Whatever it was. But yeah, it was the same. I was like, how the heck
What
do you
song?
know that?
I love finding songs like that.
Rasheed agrees with my question from earlier,
I'm trying to
folks.
find
So
it.
if you want to verify, look up "Alive and Well" by Alex Key.
Alive and Well by Alex Key, and then Heartland by George Strait.
Yes, I mean, very similar.
Grant, you're gonna show me that on the way home.
Links in the
because I
bio.
don't
Yep. You're welcome, George Strait and Alex Key.
There's another one. Cowgirls Don't Cry and
know. Cowgirls don't
what is the other
cry.
one? They both start out with like the fiddles.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
it's another one.
song.
Oh,
I think
you
it's an
thinking?
Alan Jackson song.
Living on Love.
I was
yeah.
gonna say "Living on Love." Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was top.
But I would say
like,
Zach Top to me
contemporary
is better
country, I
voice
think.
wise. Musically, they're like basically the same.
They're
Maybe
both-
slight differences,
Sure.
but
They're both good for what they're going for.
yeah.
If he's going for the older country, great. If he's going for 90s, great. They both sound great. But you're right, they can't really be compared because they're not trying to be the same.
Yeah.
And I don't think they want to be the same
No, definitely not.
because then you don't get as much fame.
Definitely not. There's
Well,
so
didn't
many.
you wait? Didn't you? What did you text me
Oh,
when you
it
said about
is-
it?
I said hot
I
take.
found a song.
No.
You said hot take.
Oh, never mind.
I said,
Yeah. You said
in my
Zach Top.
opinion, just as good as Zach Top. And then I said, here, when you get a chance. And you said, wow, hot take.
So the song that has the same riff is "No Survivors," the live version by Jeremy Camp, and then the other song Grant thought was the same was.
It is called "Bulls on Parade" by Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, I've never heard of that song, and
It is
you
a 90s punk
probably
band.
have
I know
not.
the
Punk
band.
rock.
I know the band. I don't.
Really?
Or no,
So
not
you
punk
know
rock.
whatever
It's like,
that band is, but you don't know who Merle Haggard is.
I like rock music.
It's like new. It's like that. It was like that weird genre where new metal became a thing in like the 90s and
so
2000s.
It was the beginning of that song that Grant said, and then the end of "No Survivors" live by Jeremy Camp.
Sure.
Literally the same.
If you
That's
listen
so
to
crazy.
Rage Against, a lot of cursing in their songs, but some of their songs are very. A lot of people I think would like them today because they are very anti-government and like the way the government controlling. Yeah, if you kind of
will
listen
say,
to them.
I don't know. I really couldn't tell
Lovely.
you any of their songs, but I do know of them.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
One thing
Yeah.
I like to do is find songs
Either-
that like, you know how you could fade in your music.
Yeah.
Like the 8 seconds.
I love
Yes. Yes.
I love finding
Yes.
songs that fade in perfectly
Yeah.
together.
I found, sorry, I had two songs that faded. Like, I don't even know. I had it. I remember the one was Watermelon Crawl, and I can't remember the other one. I wrote it down in my notes
Really?
because I liked the way they faded together.
Like
yeah.
the end of it.
Yeah, like one faded and then into the next.
dang.
I have to find it.
Oh, okay.
There's a Muscadine Blonde song that does that because Grant has shown me that before.
Oh, well, they do their albums like storylines. I
and then
love that.
Passion from 2020, not this past Passion, but last Passion.
It's 2024.
They've done that. They do. It's like
They just kind of keep it going.
they just keep it going into the next one.
While you're looking for that, Sydney, I'm going to tell a story from today that I have too.
Okay.
So I was working at a AT&T store doing fire alarm stuff with electrical contractors, and Vanessa, since she has her car now, she had to borrow my the 9-volt car charger thing to like plug a USB cable in. So it's in her car.
I still
And-
have that.
Yeah, you still do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't either until I left today, and I was like, whatever. So, when I was done at the AT&T store, I was like, I'll just see if they have one in here. I'll just buy one from here. You know, $10, whatever. And then I'll have one in my van so I can use my wireless charger. So I said to the ladies, I said, do you guys have one of these 9-volt chargers I can buy off you guys? They're like, yeah. I found one, grabbed it off the shelf. She rings it up. Guess the price.
$7.
45.
$42.39.
I wasn't listening to the rest of the story. What?
Yeah.
For just the little freaking the port, like the plug, like the thing that plug into the cigarette lighter, like not even a cable. Just
Wait, where'd you buy this at?
I didn't buy it. It was at
Oh.
AT&T.
I was gonna say you better not buy
Never
something
buy
that
anything from a
expensive.
phone
That's
store.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
if
she
you
goes
need-
$42.39, and I was like,
That's insane.
I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna buy this somewhere else. It's really expensive.
You
That's,
said
that's what
that?
I said.
No,
yeah,
good
and
for
I
you.
put it back. I was
Honestly,
like,
I'm just
good
gonna
for
get
you.
a Dollar General.
then I didn't go
the one-
anywhere.
Dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like the other day we were out to eat. We were at Lotus Bowls and I was like Shay was home, so I was like, oh, I'll just buy yours. And so it came out to like a certain like price, and I like looked at the screen and I was like, that can't be right. But like I
Yeah.
didn't say anything, so I just put my card on and I was like, I'll do the math later and then go tell her, because it's not like I was like leaving. And I sat down and then I realized it was like the right price. I was like, dang, that was really high. But usually I'm like, I need to go say something now before I pay, because you shouldn't just like pay for something and be like, oh, that's way too expensive. Okay, here's my money.
Yeah.
Well, like they
So good
can't
for
really
you.
do anything if it's too expensive.
Well, no,
Like,
that's the thing. Like, but maybe they like rung something up the wrong way.
Oh.
But they rung it up all the right way. I just
Yeah.
didn't expect it to be
Yeah.
that much higher. Anyways, good for you.
That's
Don't
how I
be
feel about
bougie.
Open your
my
mouth or
the
open your
grocery
purse.
bill too. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the heck? I literally got maybe 5 things and it's like $50.
I know. Yeah. We ran to the store the other day and the price was way high. And then I
Yeah.
like scanned my card. I was like, do you think it's going to come down below 100?
Yeah.
He was like, no shot.
So sometimes like when we're at Giant, like I do use my card and sometimes I can get like $5 off. Sometimes it's maybe like 5 cents off. But like, hey, no, something's better than nothing.
Vanessa hates grocery shopping with me because then I always
I
complain.
do.
When we go through self checkout, I always complain because I'm like,
Yeah, he's like-
this shouldn't be our freaking job. We should get a discount. All these people standing around doing nothing.
But then my
that
thing
before
is
or
like,
after you like shake your cane at the get little kid.
oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. But like the other thing is, I was a cashier for like 5 years, so like I know how annoying people are in line. So I appreciate self checkouts.
Yes.
Grant does not, because he thinks it's taking people away from jobs, which it is. But like you don't need to say that every time we go grocery shopping.
It's not my job to check out my
And-
own stuff. Don't blame me if I miss something.
Listen,
I wasn't
Grandpa,
trained.
Easy, Gramps.
Hey,
Okay.
I wasn't trained how to use the thing, so
I
don't
like
blame.
it because then I can steal things. No, no, joking.
All right.
I mean, I did see the thing that like stores are starting to cut back on because people are doing that because it's like,
Yeah.
whoops, they don't know how to
No,
really
I
scan
like it just because I don't have to talk to the cashier.
Yeah, that's also
Oh,
why
I
I,
never
like
talked
it.
to him.
Yeah, if I'm feeling antisocial, I just go to the self checkout.
I just always go there
I would just never talk to him anyways. He'd be like, hi, I'd be like,
because I know how to work it, and it's so much
Well, I
faster.
don't want to be
Also,
that person. That,
Sometimes
like,
No, I
I
wouldn't.
can't bag my
I
stuff the
don't,
right
I don't
way.
like people like that.
So either I'll bag for them or I will just do self checkout.
Yeah.
So I found those 2 songs that I wrote down. It was Watermelon Crawl into The Story of Us by Taylor Swift, which that's not important.
Really?
But I
So
think
they
it's
go
like
into each other.
6 minute or 6 seconds overlap.
yeah.
You have the lap, whatever time.
Mine is War Pigs and
oh, War Pigs.
The American Way.
I worked with a
Hank
guy.
Williams Jr. It ties in perfectly because at the end of the war, I think it's War Pigs into The American Way. I think because at the end it's like bow wow, and then that ties perfectly into the beginning of American Way.
I used to work with a guy, and he was like, he lives and dies by War Pigs. He's like, War Pigs, it's good for the soul, man.
Intense.
How many? What's your favorite drug?
methamphetamine, sir?
And he just smoked a lot of cigarettes.
That makes sense. That
Yeah.
voice really
Dang.
Yeah.
like gave me that vibe that he smoked.
Long beard.
Oh boy.
He was from. He was
Alright.
born in like the 60s.
Just looking at him in my head is just like disgusting.
I mean, he was a fun guy to work around. He wasn't like.
Yeah.
That's what.
It depended what day. It depended on the day, honestly, if he was in a good mood or
long
not.
beard
But
and cigarette.
See, that's what like when I tell
he was a
people
good
about
worker
the-
though. Like he
Yeah.
worked. He worked.
That's the thing. Like when I tell people about the people I work with, and especially you guys, you're like, "Ew, they sound disgusting." I'm like, dude, they're the
They
nicest.
just talk about disgusting
they're the
things.
nicest people I've ever met. They're so cool, but then like
I'm not
you try
saying
to
they're
describe
mean.
them, and it's like they sound like they're like hardened criminals. I mean, some of them are, but
Some of yours are.
yeah, you act like. I mean, people think like they still are. And it's like, you know,
Well, the one
They
guy. The one guy
changed
is. The one guy is.
he got a new toy. He got a ankle monitor on. That was just for a DUI.
Well, if you
And-
got too many.
Yeah, he got 2.
Oh.
within 8 years. I think after 10 years, your
Wow.
first one
Holy
reset.
cow.
Your first one resets after 10 years, I think, or so, there's a certain time.
That's
but he
really
was like 3 months away from like resetting.
Dang.
So he was like, "Dang it!" But he's under house arrest for 6 months.
Then maybe
He's on
don't drink
probation
and
for like
drive.
3 years or so.
Decent.
And he goes, "By the time I get off probation, I'm gonna be 40." I mean, he's 38.
I mean, you think you would learn by then,
Still.
but,
But
guess not.
yeah, he goes, "What?" He goes after he gets off probation. If you add it all up, he's been either in prison or on probation for 10 years of his life. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, but
That's a lot.
he's lived an interesting life. But he ran over some dude after beating the crap out of him.
Dang.
Yeah, with his Jeep.
You don't really have to expose them on here.
We
I
wouldn't
doubt
drop
he's
his
listening.
name.
No, I won't drop his name. But,
Yeah, he's going to remain anonymous.
but he said he beat up some Cuban dude at a bar, and then he got really mad because the guy followed him out, and he beat him up again, let him lay on the floor or on the ground, and then ran over him with his Jeep.
Oh my.
He goes, the only reason he wasn't dead was because he deflated his tires because he was out on the beach when he could still drive on the beach. And he said he actually
That's how they
hit
do
his
that.
head, like he ran over his head, but like somehow he had low enough pressure that just like actually didn't kill him. So,
Wow.
All right.
That's wonderful.
So-
All right.
Thank
but
you.
wait,
You can be
he's,
done
he's a
talking
fun
about
dude to
your
work with. I'll tell you
coworkers.
what, he's
Don't get on his
super
bad
fun.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, don't worry, I like you. I was like, okay.
Better.
Yeah, I was like,
All
good.
right. So, Sydney, what game do you have for us?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna play 5 and 10 again.
Oh boy.
What's
Grant,
that?
new game from last week. I don't know if you listened.
I did listen.
Last week.
I forget.
You have to give me 5 things in
In
the
10
category in
seconds.
10
oh gosh,
seconds.
I'm not good at this.
You
I
were
wasn't-
pretty. You
I
were pretty
wasn't
okay.
either.
Except you. Can you see my screen? Oh no. You
No.
can't. You're just looking at yourself.
I don't even know where your screen is. Like on the
You
TV.
can't see it because your water bottle blocks your laptop. There, now you see it.
Yeah, I was gonna say-
like, that's creepy.
So people are probably like, she's not on a laptop.
That's true.
I'm just sitting here staring
Typing.
at my water bottle.
Like, her water bottle's a
It
screen.
looks like
That's what it looks like because I can't see your hands. So it looks like your hands are just resting.
I'm
yeah.
sitting here just like
Yeah.
Elon Musk gave us the new Tesla water bottle to try
Yeah.
out. So it's the new Tesla
Works
water
pretty
bottle
good.
computer.
Okay, so we're playing 5 and 10.
Thanks, Elon.
We're gonna start with Grant and
Keep
go
doing your
this
thing.
way.
Okay, Grant.
Sorry,
We're
I said to say it.
Start with Grant and go this way.
Yep.
I'm gonna move this category to the very end so that
Oh,
we can
boy.
go straight into the miniature minute. Okay,
I love
Whoa.
that little riff.
thank you. I'll do more of those.
I don't know if that's a. That's,
Okay, Grant,
Okay, you can stop.
your turn is first. Yeah.
my ear holes.
You sound like
I
your
quit.
sisters when you say that.
Yeah, I try to. They're my idols. In the best way possible.
You shall have
I
no
need-
other idols before
It's
God.
recent, Shay.
Are they above God?
No. No.
Negative.
Heck no. I need to just start a timer.
Banana bread?
Banana bread, bro? Yeah, how was your banana bread, bro?
Oh yes, I need maybe
Bussin'.
banana bread.
Bussin'.
Bussin' banana bread.
Bussin'.
Grant's against banana.
Banana bread?
No.
At
Fruit.
work too? I don't
I
like
put it
bananas.
in my protein shakes.
I hate bananas, but I will eat banana bread, and I like frozen bananas with coffee. And
Ew.
it's good. It's good. Trust me. It's
No, I
good.
won't.
Yeah, I can't eat bananas either, but I'll put them in my shake and blend them
Bananas
up.
dipped,
Kinda like that.
bananas
Frozen
dipped in
bananas.
chocolate are so good. And they're frozen.
Sure, frozen bananas, but like eating a banana, my mouth gets all like tingly. It's
I love
weird.
bananas.
It is a weird texture, but I do love them. We were raised to love bananas.
Mom,
Especially when he came around.
Especially Landon.
No, I ate them all in my crate.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so back on the rails.
Ah, dang
We're
it.
starting with Grant.
Ate them all.
But then he was like, Mama, I want banana.
It did not sound like that.
No, I did not.
Mama, necesito un banana. There, was that what you said?
No, I had
Oh.
a low voice when I was born.
Oh. Well, then never mind.
Mom,
No, you
I
did
want a
not.
banana. Please feed me. Mother,
He definitely did
I
not.
require nutrients, mother. Please feed
He
me.
did not have a low voice because all that screaming was not very low.
Oh my gosh.
It was all coming from
Anyways, what was the...
Okay.
Okay, we're maybe like an hour in, 50
Yeah.
minutes in. Who knows?
Yeah,
I
we're-
honestly don't know. What's
we're
it say on the
coming up on,
computer
like,
screen?
15 minutes.
What's it say for total time? Because I started it probably like 15 minutes before we started. See the red dot on the bottom
2
of
hours.
the program?
An hour, 12 minutes.
Okay, so we're probably about 50 minutes.
All right, let's start.
Okay, this is gonna be a long episode. It's fine.
Strap in, folks.
Strap in, dive on the haters. Okay, Grant, your first category. Do you know how you're playing?
Yep,
You're gonna
five things in
5
10
things
seconds in that same category.
Okay.
Because I listened.
Don't say the same
Your
things twice.
category is NFL teams.
Pittsburgh Steelers, Philadelphia Eagles, Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots, Miami Dolphins.
All
Why
right.
did I say the Patriots?
Rob.
Gosh.
I think the funny part of this game is what you actually come up with. It's not
Yeah.
can you do it. It's what is the first things that come to your mind. Okay, good job, Landon. Your category is holidays.
Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, New Year's, and Hanukkah.
Oh, you didn't say Cinco de Mayo. You didn't even stick true to your heritage there. You should have said
It's not
Cinco de
mad
Mayo.
yet.
Man,
It's still a holiday.
whatever.
The fact that you guys both said it and then your faces were like, why did I say that?
Oh
Why did
my
I say
gosh.
Hanukkah?
Pressure.
What came to
Yeah.
your mind?
Okay, Danessa.
I'm not Jewish.
Danessa, your category. Are you ready?
I'm
is
scared.
farm animals.
Pig, cow, goat, duck, sheep.
You know, just because you say it louder doesn't mean you're saying it faster.
That's just how I say things.
just kinda
That's how I
funny.
said my states.
Yeah,
It was.
Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas.
She emphasizes.
Yeah.
That's how I say, yeah.
Duck, sheep.
All right. so
Hey,
we're-
I really need to make sure the kids at school know what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
We're not the kids. at
Because they're
school.
like, huh?
I feel like Damon right now. Let me rest my arm here on my lady.
Okay.
Okay, Damon.
This is my lady Amy.
You don't ever call her Amy. Okay.
Have you never seen Surf's Up? What you wanna do?
Okay.
Good movie.
Okay. First round. You guys all made it. So now we're gonna go up to 7 and 10.
7 and 10. Wow, we're really raising the
7
stakes.
and 10.
I work 7 tens.
The last round will be 10 and 10.
No,
So
you don't.
buckle up.
Jeez.
Okay.
That's almost impossible though, because I mean,
No,
No,
yeah,
it
you're
ain't.
right. No, yeah,
it's not.
For these categories I have, it
you would
might
have
be
to do
impossible.
like 10 and 15 almost.
Or
10
just
and
do
10's
one in
not
a second.
impossible.
You guys are getting like 1 per second.
Yeah.
Like that's
Oh,
kind
okay.
of like how you guys are doing it.
Okay.
But for the categories, I don't know if there's like 10 things. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, but for yours, for this next one, hold on.
7 and 10, right?
7 and 10. Your category is colleges.
Ready? Oh, I guess I just go whenever. Sorry. Okay. Penn State, Clemson, Ohio State, Ohio University, Akron, Pittsburgh, Temple.
Nice.
You're
got 'em
saying
all.
all the Pennsylvania ones.
Yeah, I don't know why I went off on a
Except
weird.
Ohio.
You started late, but you did get that in 10 seconds. So.
Did I really?
Yeah, you did. From the time you started till when you finished, yeah.
I started with the big name schools, and all of a sudden I went to like Akron and
Yeah,
Temple
I
and
never
Ohio
even heard of
University. I'm like,
Akron.
Ohio University? What the?
Alabama and Arizona.
The-
So
Ohio State University.
Don't you ever say that on this
Don't.
podcast.
Even.
Sorry, folks. She just cursed. Parents, we should have warned you. She was going to say a curse word. Now we have to make this an
You're
explicit
the one who
episode.
said it
Yeah,
first.
Grant, you did say
literally came up
Ohio.
with it in the game. Okay. All I did
Okay.
was say it the proper way. Okay.
This has the
Landon.
curse word.
Landon.
what?
Your word is.
Landon. Your
What?
category is, hold on, in 5 seconds. Your category is vacation places.
Hawaii, Florida, California, Alaska, Michigan, and
7.
Ontario, and Panama.
Michigan.
Okay, very nice.
Who the heck
I was
travels
thinking-
in Michigan?
I was thinking more like
Ice fishing.
You literally just
Camping,
could have said
beach,
all 8s.
cabin.
All 7 states.
I don't know. It's okay. That's
Or
okay.
all 7 continents.
Why didn't you say your home country?
There's not much there since
Not much there than that.
No.
I
one
was
goes,
the
no
only
one leaves.
national treasure of Guatemala. They took me out.
Okay. Danessa.
In a
I'm in
banana
Princess
crate.
Protection Program.
Danessa, 7 and 10. Your category is things that you wear. Go.
Huh?
Things you wear. Go. Things you wear.
I don't get
Danessa.
it. Like
Things that you
hat,
wear.
sock?
Yeah. Yeah. Things you wear.
Okay, start over.
Okay, start now.
Hat, sock, shirt, pants, bathing suit, shoe,
Other
makeup.
shoe.
You lost.
That was
You lost.
confusing.
You
Left
lost
shoe,
whatever
right
we-
shoe. Left glove, right glove.
Gloves, jackets, hats, headphones. Yeah. That was the. Okay.
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 I'm out.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
leather
I knew I would
jumpsuit.
suck, so I don't really care.
Whatever. All right, back to Grant. This one's kind of tricky. We're still doing 7 and 10.
Oh boy, is this one harder?
Somewhat. We have 3 more categories, so you're gonna wrap us up at the end.
Oh,
You're still in. It's just a matter of you sucked it
Rigged.
last time.
sucking.
Okay, Grant, your
It was
category is people that wear uniforms. Go.
Marines, Army, Navy, Air Force, police officers, firefighters, nurses.
Nice. You got them all.
Stop.
You
7?
got 7. That was 7, yeah. I thought that was going to be much harder, but you did a
Just
great job.
get through the military.
That's what I did. I left out the Coast Guard. Sorry, guys.
All right, Landon. All right, 2 more rounds,
Oh.
then we're on to the ministry minute. Okay, Landon.
What?
I hope this is kind of fun. I don't know if this is fun or
It's
not.
stressful fun.
Yeah.
Okay, good,
Because you
good,
gotta
good.
like name them off.
Yeah. Okay. Landon, your category is things that have buttons. Go.
Phones, computers, welders, trucks, jeeps, cars, things.
People. You should have said
things-
people.
people. You did not get that. You got 6 and 10, but that was pretty good. You did
I
a
call
good job.
rigged.
You did what?
I call rigged.
Things. He says, things. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, Danessa.
Soundboard. You could have said soundboard.
I was
The
yeah, I
election
think
is
that-
rigged. I'm telling you.
Not this past election.
Yeah, no, not this one. Not this
Yeah, of
one.
course not.
This one was great.
It was
This
not.
game was rigged.
The
I should have
Super Bowl
won.
was rigged. but-
Sleepy Joe Biden. He said I
We're gonna
lost.
get the "you suck" comments
probably.
for impersonations.
yeah. Shout out to that one person.
This
Comment-
dude sucked. It's like, no, duh. He's just having fun.
That's
I'm
the
just-
point.
I'm
We're
just-
supposed to
You know
feel
what?
bad.
You comment that he sucks. Post a video of your impression. Let's see who sucks more, buddy.
Hey,
I'm just a
I'm
little
just saying, you know.
Guatemalan
comment
boy.
is a comment. Bad publicity is all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
whatever.
you gave us publicity, but also drop your impression
Yeah. We
Okay,
want to hear
great.
it. Okay.
because then we can
Danessa,
comment back and he can comment back again
Okay.
to keep the video relevant.
The last one
Yeah.
for Danessa. You ready?
Yes.
Books of the Bible. Go.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, 1st and 2nd Chronicles,
You got
1st and 2nd Corinthians.
You know,
Keep
first
going. Keep going. Keep
Revelation,
Yeah,
Jude,
you
1st and
jumped.
2nd, 3rd John, Jude, Genesis,
John,
Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers,
Jude.
Deuteronomy,
you know, first and second
Joshua, Judges,
Corinthians
Ruth.
is 2 different books.
Yeah, I know.
I
I think she counted them as one though.
No, I think she got.
Did you count
2.
1st and 2nd Corinthians as 1 or 2?
I
Well,
went,
technically,
and then
it's
you
2
said
books.
2, so I was like,
It's 4.
Okay.
He's like,
fine. It's whatever. All right. Okay. Wait, I have a timer still running. Stop the timer. Stop. Okay. So thank you for playing along. That was fun.
wow.
That was Landon's
Did all my categories.
You know what my favorite book of the back is?
Book of the-
Book of the back
Which a book at the back.
big back.
back ache because my back hurt.
Big Habakkuk. You know what they call her? You know what they call Risa.
Yep.
So
I do not.
So I've got the ministry minute today. I have to burp too, so pardon. Okay, it's not coming.
Shucks.
So are we good? Ready for the ministry minute?
Yeah.
Everyone ready to wrap this
Let's
up?
do it.
Okay.
No.
So if you guys are new here, if this is your first episode, we are going through the fruits of the spirit. We have done love, peace, patience, kindness, and self-control. Now today I'm doing joy. I think we have 3 more after this. Gentleness, faithfulness.
Kindness?
No, I did kindness. Goodness, yes. Faithfulness.
Yes.
Yeah, goodness and gentleness and whatever. Yeah. So, anyways, today I'm doing joy. And
Joy.
there's so much that like revolves around joy in the Bible. Like it's always like be joyful, rejoice, and have joy. So that you could like open to any page and it's gonna just tell you to take heart and be joyful.
Or if you go to Ecclesiastes, it says everything's meaningless.
Okay.
So not in Ecclesiastes.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Thank you, Danessa.
Sorry, keep going.
That's okay. That's funny. So, whenever I was growing up, I'm sure you guys have seen this too, like the JOY acronym of Jesus, others,
Jesus,
yourself.
yes.
Yeah. So, the J stands for Jesus, the O stands
Really?
for others, and the Y stands for yourself. And so I kept
Wow.
that's what I thought of for this topic. But I didn't know how I wanted to break it down. So I'm going to start with Philippians 4:15 4, which says, rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. To go through, no, wait, that's not the right verse. That has to be a different category. I don't know. Anyways, rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. That's Paul writing to the church of Philippi. So I'm going to focus on the Jesus part first. So in Philippians, I'm going to stay in that book for this whole time. It says, always be joyful in the Lord. I say it again, rejoice. Let everyone see that you are considerate in all you do. Remember, the Lord is coming soon. And then skip to verse 8. It says, and now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about the things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Keep putting into practice all you learned and received from me, everything you heard from me and saw me doing. Then the God of peace will be with you. So that kind of sounds like it's going to be about peace. But what this is telling you is how you can put Jesus first. When it comes to having joy in your life. Paul lists out 8 or 9 things there that you need to be focused on. And if you aren't focused on these things above all other things, you're not going to be able to put Jesus first and have that joy and peace and every other fruit of the Spirit in your life. So that's the first part of joy, not joy, of rejoice. Jesus. So then, skipping to others, which then also has yourself just kind of like follows behind. If you put others first, of course yourself is going to follow. So I'm going to go to Philippians 2, 3, and 4. Actually, I think I have verses 2 to 5, I believe. So it says, and I have this in the New King James Version, I believe. It says, make my joy complete. And again, this is Paul. Make my joy complete by being of the same mind, having the same love toward one another, knit together in spirit, intent on one purpose, and living a life that reflects your faith and spreads the gospel, the good news regarding salvation through faith in Christ. Do nothing from selflessness or empty conceit, through factional motives or strife, but with an attitude of humility, being neither arrogant nor self-righteous. Regard others as more important than yourselves. Do not merely look out for your own personal interests, but also for the interests of others. Have the same attitude in yourself, which was in Christ Jesus. Look to him as your example in selfless humility. That was actually the Amplified version, not the new King James. I just remembered what version I looked up. So these verses all together are telling you how you should be living your life. And you can apply this to any of the fruits, but joy specifically comes whenever you put others and you put Jesus first. So if you are looking to live in a way that is in harmony with others, all strife, all malice, all worry and just doubt and sadness and whatever comes with that is just, it doesn't have a place to exist in your life and in your mind, especially if you're fixing your thoughts on all of the things listed in verse 8, what is true, honorable, right, pure, lovely, admirable. All the other things are gone, and it just allows you to live a more joyful life. And I've heard people say, like, you're not supposed to be happy all the time. You're not supposed to be in a good mood. You know, happiness is not in the Bible, but joy is. And joy is more than it's more than a feeling. It's a heart posture. It's how you respond to things. It's how you it's how you handle your situations. Now, you could go through some of the worst times, and of course, you're not going to be happy in those times. But if you're going to be the opposite of joy, if you're going to be like just down about everything, nothing's going to be easy for you to get through because you're not living the way that we are told to be living. Mm-hmm. That's kind of all I have. You guys have anything?
Yeah. I guess sometimes people don't they're like, how do you get joy? Mm-hmm. And you get joy by learning more about Jesus and mm-hmm. getting to know him more and having a better relationship with him. And that is the biggest thing. Obviously joy is different than happiness. And I think some people also get that mixed up. Yo, I have so much joy, but no, you don't.
Right.
So I think that can sometimes be a little bit tricky.
Yeah. Joy isn't a momental thing. It's a
Oh, that's a big word. Good job.
Yeah,
Vocab word, nice.
yeah. It's like you said. It's your heart posture. It's how you can react to your surroundings and everything you go through. James 1, James chapter 1, verse 2 through, I don't know where I'm going to finish. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. So the way I look at it is, no matter what we're going through, God has promised to be with us the whole time. But if you can see yourself going through a time of temptation or trials, I don't know who, I guess James or James.
Yeah.
James or James?
Yeah.
Yeah,
James is saying that, be joyful about that, because there is that light at the end of the tunnel. There is God waiting on the other side, and through those trials we will become wiser,
Closer to Him.
Yeah, closer to Him. And it's just that part makes me think too, like, the things I go through daily, or just like times in my life where it's like, what the heck's the point of this? Why am I going through this? But at the same time, it's like, maybe God's preparing me for something bigger. Maybe maybe I don't see it now, but one day I will. So that's where it, like, all right, I'll continue to go through this if it means that one day I can either help someone out, or maybe it makes me a better person as it is. So yeah, that's where I was going with that.
Yeah.
You can always find joy in something.
Yeah.
So I looked up. There was a song that got stuck in my head, and a verse popped up too. Nehemiah 8:10. And it says, and Nehemiah continued, "Go and celebrate with the feast of rich foods and sweet drinks." As I'm looking at this, he was like preaching the people, I think. But he's saying, feast of rich foods and sweet drinks, and share the gifts of food with people who have nothing prepared. This is a sacred day before our Lord. Don't be dejected and sad, for the joy of the Lord is your strength. But that is not what I was intentionally looking up. I was thinking of the song in my head. Not the one by Maverick City, but the one Rent Collective did this one. Bingo.
Yeah.
So I'll read verse 4 and then the chorus.
Okay.
How you shine with glory, Lord of light, I feel alive with you. Your presence now, I come alive. I'm alive with you. There is strength when I say, I will praise you, Lord. The joy of the Lord is my strength. The joy of the Lord is my strength. In the darkness I'll dance. In the shadows I'll sing. The joy of the Lord is my strength.
Forgot about that song.
It's a good song.
I don't think I know the Maverick City one. I think the Rent Collective one's the first one that came to mind.
Yeah, that's what I know too.
I do know the Maverick City one, but the Rent Collective one is the one that came to my head.
Gotcha.
And like here in the bridge,
stuff.
they're saying, when sorrow comes my way, you are the shield around me. Always you remain my courage in the fight. I hear you call my name. Jesus, I am coming. Walking your waves, reaching for your light.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Like Lena was saying, like, you can always learn something in the struggles, and yeah, Jesus can still be your joy in that. I think that's what like helps us Christians in hard times, because we know that hope, and we know that it is going to get better, and that we can have joy in it, and that it's going to bring something good. And then I feel like a lot of people who, like, I think a lot of the times if they don't have Jesus, like, what are they doing?
yeah.
Like, what is their hope in?
Yeah, I've seen people go through stuff, and it's like that aren't Christians, and it's just they just feel so lost, and I can just see the despair, and it's like, I don't know, like I've tried to talk to them about Jesus, and sometimes they like are open to it, but other times people just they don't want to hear it, and it makes me sad, because it's like I have this hope, and I know that even in the darkest times there's a light, but it's like, what do you do with no light,
Yeah.
And I mean, I think at that point it's just you I think they're more open to you as a person than like trying to think you're forcing your religion down their throats. But at that point, you gotta be the light for Christ. You know, like
Yeah, you
let,
really
let
do.
His light shine through you in those moments. But yeah,
Good.
Thank you.
Sydney.
Another song that I thought of when you said song, I was like, oh, what other songs have joy in them? And I thought of the House of the Lord, Joy in the House of the Lord by
Yep.
Phil Wickham. Which I liked how you read the lyrics, but like this kind of again just states like why we praise Him, why we're joyful, because we all know the chorus just says there's joy in the house of the Lord today. We won't be quiet. We shout your praise. But he lists all the reasons why. He says we worship the God who was, the God who is, the God who evermore will be. He opened prison doors. He parted the sea. He holds my victory. And then down here it says he heals, he saves, he makes a way. He hung on the cross and he rose up from the grave. So like, people, like Landon just said, like people wonder why like we have the joy. They wonder why we like are the way we are, and like that explains it. That explains why we have the hope, we have the joy, is because He does all these things, and He will do these things if you just believe that He will, and you just ask Him to. So yeah, good stuff. There's so much truth in songs.
yeah.
I love
I
worship songs.
I was thinking about this one song.
Go for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's on
Did I have to
roll.
get one on cue?
Yeah.
I was singing one the whole time.
All right.
Joy, joy,
but-
joy, joy.
Yes, the joy song.
But like I was like we
Where?
were talking about like trials and stuff. Praise You in the Storm by Cassie.
Oh,
Such a
so
good song. And
I'll
I,
praise you in the storm.
yeah. But
lift
it
my
speaks
head.
They
so
sound a lot better than that.
yeah. It
Felt like
speaks so
Yeah,
much
we know.
third day
truth.
version. Sorry.
You're
Sorry.
good. It speaks a lot of truth in like, you know, I'll just read the first couple verses. I was sure by now, God, you would have reached down and wiped our tears away, stepped in and saved the day. But once again, I'll say amen, and it's still raining. But as the thunder rolls, I barely hear you whisper through the rain, I'm with you. And as your mercy falls, I raise my hands and praise the God who gives and takes away. I'll praise you in this storm. And then, yeah, continues the song. But that first verse always gets me because it's like, I'm like, I don't know, I have this preconception. It's like, you know, if I pray, everything will go away and everything will just be all right. But then you say, like you said, you say amen, but it's still raining. You know, the storm might not go away, but like you said, you can hear the whisper of I'm still with you.
Yeah.
And that part, that kind of inspired a tattoo I want to get
Yeah.
of an anchor with a cross in the middle, and just have a chain wrapped around that's broken at one spot. So
That's cool.
yeah, but no, if I think that's the biggest part is, you know, the storms around you will continue, but if we are anchored in Christ, we won't drift away. You know. But yeah.
Nice. Sweet.
Peace be with
well. Well, on that note, we are going to sign off and say thank you guys for listening today.
This is definitely a long episode because
Two
I started my
episodes.
timer late and we're almost at an hour on my timer.
Yeah.
That's
I
all
bet
right.
we're like an hour and 10, hour and 15.
No, we're
Probably
pushing an hour and a half.
This says hour and a half.
Anyways, let's
Okay.
not make it any longer. Thanks
Okay.
for tuning in.
Thank you for listening. We love you guys.
Subscribe on Patreon.
Goodbye.
Not yet.